Good day, beautiful people. This is one and only Charles Griffin reporting live for another edition of Inspirational Hump Day. And today we're going to be talking about the mindset of people and why sometimes it's hard for us to achieve our goals and our dreams that we want. And it's because that oftentimes we're suffering from a poverty-stricken mindset. And when I say that, I mean that when someone is living in poverty, they cannot afford the finer things in life or afford what they desire. So they are forced to window shop, only imagining what it feels like to have that home, to have that car, to have those clothes, those shoes. And they're just forced to be on the outside looking in, wishing and wanting. A lot of us suffer from that same thing when it comes to achieving your dreams and your goals. You're suffering from a poverty-stricken mindset. And the reason that is because you can't afford to pay the sacrifice. You can't afford to pay the sacrifice of what it's going to take to achieve that goal or to achieve that dream. So just as the other people that may be suffering from poverty when it comes to money, how they're forced to stay on the outside looking in, you're doing the same thing. You're forced to stay on the outside, staring at your dreams and your goals, only imagining what it feels like to attain that accomplishment. But the difference is that you can't afford it. That's where the poverty-stricken mindset comes in. You think you can't afford it because you talk yourself out of the sacrifices that needs to be done. It may take you to lose sleep. And it may take years and years. You have to be willing to spend your entire life chasing what it is that you want to become. You can't just give yourself a five-year window, and if you're not where you want to be, you're going to give up. That's not having a burning desire to do something. You got to be willing to take your actions to a level that people are unwilling and unable to match, because it's thousands of people that share the same dream that you have. So you got to be able to outwork them. And if you have a poverty-stricken mindset, meaning that you can't pay the sacrifice that it takes, you will never reach your goals, your dreams. And the way you can change that is by changing the people you hang around. 9 times out of 10, if you have a poverty-stricken mindset, your group of friends have a poverty-stricken mindset. Change the people around you. Change your environment. Feed your body, feed the mind what it needs to change that poverty-stricken mindset. Listen to inspirational speakers. Read inspirational books. Work on yourself day in and day out. And start on that pathway to achieve your goals and your dreams. So stop suffering from a poverty-stricken mindset. Stop being that person on the outside looking in, only imagining what it feels like to attain that goal. You can have it. But you got to pay the sacrifice. And you can afford it. But it takes courage. It takes self-belief and self-love. So let's start the day chasing that goal and stop being on the outside looking in. Know what it feels like to have that home, that car, those clothes that you want. Be able to send your kids to college without relying on a scholarship. Know what it feels like. Because you can do it. But you got to change your poverty-stricken mindset. All right? As always, people, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. If you have any topics that you want to talk about, feel free to inbox me. And as always, I want you to stay motivated and keep God first. Until next time, take care.